It's just like a heat wave all the time outside. Like you step out and it's just like, it just hits you. You're walking out into an oven. So like, you know that heat that hits you when you open the oven? You're like, wow, that's hot.
Feels heavy, feels really hot. Sometimes I can't even like walk to my room without like my feet burning, you know?
It just burns.
Filthy as he picks up his second. It's suddenly just Nyx pushing in through any door, and there's a third one for Filthy. Hold this angle, perfect time, and oh, he misses his shots! Thomas is there, but only for one, and suddenly it's a 1 versus 1. With 3 seconds left, Nyx has to push it in. Low HP, Filthy just needs to stay alive, and he'll do just that.
Able to settle their nerves down and get everything working back in order, because they're about to tie this game up. What looked like Mirage was running away with it has now ground its way down to an incredibly close matchup. And that's the round right there. It's not going to get one. Filthy trades one off, leaving Benji in a position with 20 seconds left to not deny Xset the lead, but he can't do it.
Wow.
It's 6-5 match point as Xset have now stitched 4 rounds in a row themselves and send us away, but no. It's Nyx now against Jarvis, and he picks up a big kill. The newest player for Xset manages to pick up impactful frags in the final round. And Xset with a clean 7-5.
Yeah, I'm not like I think it's pretty understandable like why we lost. I think a lot of those rounds, even on defense, were obviously not in winning positions for us, and we really clawed it back. So I mean, props to you guys for that. But it just feels like I don't know if it's the situation that we're put in today. But it seemed like once we get into the lobby, it's almost like especially today, and I felt like this during the SSG one as well, but it was like the play to not lose as opposed to playing to win.
I'd say at the beginning of the stage, a lot of the pressure on the team was revolving around how the team would perform without hot and cold. Now I'd say those pressures have been set aside. I actually think that the team is very proud of their placement up until this point. Obviously, we didn't have the greatest showing against Xset, but I still believe that the team thinks that they're really well off compared to where they were during stage 1.
My biggest thing, my biggest takeaway is I don't give a fuck about that game. That game's in the past. We need to focus on fixing the stuff for Sonics and fixing the stuff for DG. I feel like right now, including myself, there's a lot of people that are upset and disappointed, and that's totally warranted. But right now, guys, we are still in a fucking great position. We cannot go into this next practice week upset about the loss. We can't go into this next practice week, saying if this player just did this, we would have won that game. That's the wrong mentality to have. If we just go into this next practice week and say, okay, we're in a great spot, we're in 4th, 9 points, let's beat Sonics, let's beat DG, let's go to the major, let's do it together.
I think the team felt a lot of pressure after we lost the Xset game because I think it was in everyone's minds, in the back of their mind, especially mine, that if we win this game, there's a really good chance that we qualify for the major. And I think everyone wants to qualify for the major. That's what everyone's main goal is to be there, obviously. So right now we're kind of just working on refocusing and resetting ourselves, because we think that the thing that's going to beat us the most is the pressure.
Pressure is something that like all pros deal with, obviously.
Trying to perform as best as I can to put my team in the best position to win.
Performing for my team is like probably the biggest pressure I have. I know I've not like been consistent like this whole stage, and I've been trying to like make it right, you know, trying to like improve it. But yeah, I feel like if I make a bad play and then it leads to like team losing the round and then ending up to a team losing the game, then it's like I really feel like that's on me, right? And that's just not, I wouldn't say fair, but that's not like, I feel bad for like my teammates, you know? It's just like, oh, I f***ed up, you know? It's nobody's fault but mine, so.
We're not gonna, like, we think we're a really good team, and I don't think that Sonics or Disrupt or even XSET for that matter are the teams that are gonna take our like ambitions or take our goals away from us. In reality, it's just ourselves, and the pressure is getting to our heads, and we're gonna lose because of that. So we just need to make sure we don't let that happen.
So I think we've all kind of like self-admitted that XSET was maybe not the best, I guess, like use of our practice week, and I honestly put a lot of that on my shoulders. I didn't really realize until it was too late that we were kind of building towards, you know, just like horizontal growth instead of, you know, vertical growth, which is kind of like a direct contradictory of what I said at the beginning of the week, where I really wanted to build towards the major as opposed to worrying so much about what XSET is doing, what Sonics are doing, what DG is doing. And really simply put, this week, I just want to get back on track in terms of like how we're improving.
I guess I don't really feel it right now. I'll probably feel it like during like the actual like, game day, right? I'll feel like, oh, we gotta win. They're like, there's no other options. It's we win or then we don't make the major. So.
But we were in a way worse position last season, where we lost the first 3, and then we had to win 5 straight to get top 4, and we managed to do that. So, I mean, if we can do that, I think we can do anything.
So one thing I realized after the exit game is it felt like we didn't really play true to Mirage's play style. And that's something that I really want to resonate with the guys. I feel like a lot of the emotions revolving around the team is pretty centered around myself, mostly because I feel like generally my job is to be one of the more grounded on the team, and I think I do a good job of that. But whenever I'm feeling something like I am today, where I want the guys to really understand that, first of all, I don't think it's as doom and gloom as it seems, and I also believe that we could close out the season incredibly strong if we go back on track to some of the things that we talked about just before the TSM game. And I feel like we are really going to get back to that starting today.